Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? Hopefully, the audio is working along with the video. I am having a problem trying to figure out the chat though. Oh, looks like it's working now. Just had a huge clap of lightning, so don't know if the internet is going to go out. I don't know why it logs me out of the chat. All right, let's see. You're seeing the chat? Okay, now I'm logged into the chat too. Yeah, it took a minute. I guess because I have more than one YouTube channel, it was getting confused. But I think I am logged in now and I am good to go. Like I said, though, we have a bad storm going on here. Loud lightning and thunder, so hopefully the power doesn't go out. My most recent project has been trying to figure out how to set up this camera here. So that's what I've been working on, and it looks like it is a little off-centered. So that's where my circle was supposed to be, and this is where it actually engraved. So that's what I'm going to be working on a little bit tonight. The main reason for that is I've got sheets upon sheets of waste that I am going to try to utilize and use all that scrap up so I can actually just pitch it all and not have to worry about it. All right. No, this is Florida. Florida in June and July is the rainy season, so we're always getting rain every day about 5 o'clock as soon as I have to go home. All right, so let's see if we can figure out how we can set this up. So I went through these instructions on my longer twice last night, and it is the camera that comes with the longer, but the instructions itself are so small Not 100% sure on what the issue is. Somebody's having an issue over there too. All right, so let's turn the machine on. Got our laser going. I'm gonna home the machine. All right, let's update this overlay. Let's do this. Let's take this circle and we're gonna try to engrave it over here and see how that lines up. See how off we actually are. Why is this giving me a hard limit here? This hose seems to be getting caught up in here too. I don't know if I have any split lube. Let me see what I've got here. Maybe I can use some of these twist ties. You guys have any luck with the cameras on your lasers, or do you use the cameras on your lasers? Let's try homing this again. All right, let's try this. Yeah, as you can see that is off. This is where it's supposed to be, and this is where it actually engraved. What's very odd is it's not even going in the same spot now. Hey, you can drop it right there on the table, thank you. Or anywhere, it's fine. Thank you. Oh, volume as well. Let's see, how's that? Is that a little bit better? We do have a lot of fans going on. All right, that image is way off. Oh, yeah. Amazon delivering packages. All right. Has anybody had any success setting up an aftermarket camera on their laser? I'm going to try to do this again. All right, so let's see. Determine the center position of the camera. Connect the engraving machine and click Home to complete. All right, so we'll hit Home. Okay, position the Y. Change the Y position to 220. The engraving format is 450 by 440. X is changed to 225. Y is 220. All right, so this longer has the added extension. So let's see this. This is 60. It's probably not going to actually be 60 though. Half of that is going to be 450, 500. All right, so let's say I got to choose half of that. All right, so let's do the 225 by 220. $225 by 220. Hit go. Right? It's constantly off. I don't know how did you end up resolving it? And that's the other thing too. Like I don't know if this camera is upside down because it doesn't tell me which way is straight. I'd assume that you have to be with the plug toward the back. But they're saying that that camera has to be straight over top. I'm gonna move my whole machine out so the back arm can go in. Now it's going home. I didn't tell you to go home. All right. So that is really where I want. That's really where I want it to be. I'm just trying to set it up. Okay, so yeah, did this before. So it's laser tools, calibrate lens, right? So the camera has to be straight. Who told you to go home? Nobody told you to go home. Calibrate lens. So that should be the center. User preset. All right, so we got a standard lens. We're going to use circles. All right, so maybe I do have to tell it to go home. Okay, so laser. Longer. I'm wondering if this needs to be maybe like that. Does it matter? Make sure the camera is centered. Level and plumb. All right, let me get the. That's the thing. I don't think it was level. So let's put this level on it. How the hell can that be level? Okay. Okay. I just hit that. I feel like I just hit that. Okay. So I got my capture card. And does it really matter where in the center this is? Does it matter if there's too much light? How come I can't find the circles? Circle standard lens. Noisy image. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Why does that look like that? Maybe I gotta bring this down a little bit. That's 45 millimeters, or 450 millimeters away. Let's try that again. Why does it look fisheye? Oh, do I need to put a background on there? Ugh. I don't know if that's good or not. Okay. Calibration sheet. Well, that's looking better. What's a good score? Is 30 or 40 a good score? Increase the light? And turn the light on, it doesn't see it. Now it's not seeing it at all. Ooh, 61. That's the highest number yet. Oh, we want a low number? We don't want a high number? Okay, now what do I have to do? A 100% scale, a typical sheet of A4 or letter paper, 8-inch square will work for this. Okay, I got paper. Let's frame it. No, let's not frame it. Hold on. Gotta take this out of here though now. What the hell? Now it's not where I want it to be. Not where I want that to be. Wait, why didn't this on? I think so. But it's not putting the frame in the right spot. It's way off. That is not right at all. I don't understand why. If I align this now, the targets are going to be way off. Two 25 to 220. Okay, and now that's absolute coordinates. Laser. It's not right. Oh, this is annoying. That's not right. That is not right. It's the longer USB camera, whatever one came with it. Where is the laser supposed to be when you start? It's supposed to be in the home position, right? All right, connect the engraving machine, click the home, and it wants me to engrave an X in the center. For what purpose, I have no idea. Is that what I'm supposed to use the plumb on? All right, so it says make a box. I chose the USB camera that's attached to the little boom arm there. All right, 50 by 50 is what it tells me to do. 50 by 50. And then draw an X. Okay. All right, so we got an X. Got an X. It says select this. Select the current position as the start. Absolute coordinates. Uh, After completion, put a 100 by 100 basswood flat on the center of the working area and draw a 50 by 50 line with an X. In Lightburn software, set the current position as the start. Current position. Man, come on. Oh, this is jacking me up now. Mm. All right, that is damn close. Box or circle will work too. Okay, so I got my circle set up, or box set up. I got the machine homed. And the distance is 450 millimeters. So that should be good. All right, so we go. That is not okay. So let's try this again. Calibrate lens. A bit fiddle with it a bit. All right. I don't know why these people like these machines that have the cameras already calibrated. This is a pain. All right, let's see if this one works this time. So if we go to frame, no, it's doing it again. My God, why is it going in the center of the work spot? I want it to go in the center of the work spot. Yeah, that's not gonna, God damn it. Yeah, it's just, that's gonna be terrible. I was so close on this last one. Well, it's not helping that this, where's plan position? Let's try this again. I'll calibrate. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna need one, man. This is not fun. Now it's farther off than it was before. All right, so let's go home. What's terrible is I had this mostly fixed yesterday. Well, I guess I could have just done this damn shift. So this is 4. What happens if I... That's not right at all. Does it matter which way the camera is facing? That's probably the problem. That's probably my problem here. No, it didn't. I think I put the circles in the wrong spot. Try to get the lowest score possible. 0.5 or less is ideal. With a score of 10.0 or less, you can click the next button. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I got it. I think I was doing this wrong. Calibrate lens. So when it wants me to calibrate the lens, does the camera have to be facing, is this the way the front of the machine, or is this the front of the machine? Which way is the front of the machine? See, it didn't tell me that. think that's my problem. Burn software prompts with all the steps. 9 position working area. Forward in front. Alright, so I think I got my camera turned the wrong way. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. No, this one's supposed to be over here. Got me all backwards because my machine doesn't face the same way that this is wanting me to do it. Nope, that wasn't it either. Still framing in the same exact spot. Even though I turned the camera, it's still not right. What's going on, Jack? Just about to throw away this camera on my laser because it is a piece of shit. It's not aligning. It's all jacked up. Ah, so much for that. I don't know why this damn camera isn't. No, I don't know if it calibrated or not. I couldn't go through the alignment. So this is my update. So if I change this honeycomb, so the longer, I just don't know which way to align this damn thing. That's such a pain in the ass. I can't figure it out. So the front of my machine is here. I've got the wire coming back here. I've got it plumb. I got it level. I got it centered on the bed. But when it goes to frame, it frames it on the center of the machine instead of the center of the bed. Because this camera won't work because this is an extended machine. So I was just trying to have it aligned on the front of the machine so I could align it and cut something. So technically, if I had this here, I should be able to hit update overlay, zoom in, and put a circle on this. But that's way off. It's missing completely. It's shooting all the way over here. How could it be that far off? Yeah, I don't know. So if I take the honeycomb out and do it on just the MDF base and then put the honeycomb back, is that going to mess up the alignment? Because this just comes right off. All right, so let's cover the honeycomb. Yeah, we took it off. Let's see. So I got to recalibrate. Honeycomb should have nothing to do with it. Okay. I got the camera on the right side, correct side. All right, so this needs to be in the center. Now, does that mean it's got to be down here? Okay. Well, I don't know why that's 47. That's 48. 47 again. It's supposed to be a low number, right? Jesus, now it says not found at all. $58. We're getting worse here. Because the light's on? How did we go from 47, 46 to now we're going 59? We're going in the wrong direction. 60. Come on. $55. 57, 56, 61. I don't know. We're going to go with that number. Capture 54. Yeah, these numbers are not getting any better. $37. That's a little bit better. 55. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Did I have that one in the wrong spot? This one was supposed to be over here. Yeah, so I'm putting it in the wrong spot. So. All right, this is going to be way off again. That's it. I'm getting a beer. It'll fix it. Yep. It's going to be way off. It's all jacked up again. I'm missing half the image here. I figured, you know, I haven't hooked up this camera on this. I have never used a camera on any of my other lasers. I've always manually aligned everything, and I've had a great time doing that. But I figured, hey, they sent me the camera, so I might as well use it. No, throw it right in the garbage. Get one of these companies to send me one of these lasers that has the built-in goddamn camera. Oh yeah, you can align it, I'm sure. I see that there's an adjustment and offset. Maybe I just gotta offset it by 100 millimeters. There's no way. I mean, the camera can't even see these top 2 points. It would have been great if they would have just 3D printed a little attachment for the camera to go into that I could have purchased, and it would have locked everything right where I needed to go. Yeah, see, I'm only seeing half the image. I'm not even seeing the full image. See, yeah, 1 and 2 are up here. Like 1 is going to be all the way over here. 2 is going to be over here. Here's 3. And here's 4. It's all skewed. I don't know why it's skewed like that. Let's say I tried to. Yeah, let's see. So if I try to do this, update the overlay. Hold on, it's too light. Do that again. All right, let's go to number. Oh, because it's not a circle anymore. It's because it's up. Let's do this. What am I doing here? The camera is catching it. It's oblonging my circles. Let's see, if I put a circle right there, well, that's a perfect circle. You know, besides it stretching the image, actually, it's not that bad. I don't know why it's stretching the image like that. But let's see. So now if I move this down there, let's try something out here. All right, so I'm gonna put this guy here. We're gonna update this overlay. Gonna delete this 4. Let's say I want to cut this out. Nope, not 500. Let's do 5,000 by 65. You know, it's off, but I can live. I don't know why it's coming off centered, but I wanted this to be pretty close to that edge. And look, it cut pretty close to that edge. So I think that's good enough for me for right now. All right, what can I design to use up all my spare pieces here? What do you guys do with your scraps? I'm not going to cut circles, but yeah, I know it's not aligned right now. There's still some issues with it. Oh, huh. You can fix that? All right, let's see. So if I throw this down here, go a little longer, update the overlay. Let's cut a circle. Make this 25 by 25. So how do I fix this oblong then? All right, so now I keep messing it up here. Okay, so I'll put it right here. I'll burn it and I'm not gonna move it. Then what do I do? All right, there's my oblong. There's where my circle should be. This is where the circle ended up. What do I do now? Take a picture. All right, there you go. I took a picture. This is where it actually cut, and this is what the image is showing. That's oblong. It's not.
We've done the camera lens calibration, and now the next step is the camera alignment. Now for that, you need a piece of material. I have
It's not under tools. Down. Yeah, I got camera controls right here. There's an adjustment.
I have a fairly crappy piece of wood that I've placed in my machine to fill more of the default. That you should use the scale factor here to scale this image up to fill more of your bed, because it'll give you better accuracy. It'll give you a much better result. Choose an appropriate speed and hit the be very back to the accuracy of your results. Do beat of your laser and you'll see a preview of it over here. I'm happy with this. I'll click next. I may need to do this again. So what you're doing in this view is just like the preview in Lightburn, you can use the click to drag or mouse wheel to zoom in and out. You want to mark these targets with a little crosshair. So you're telling Lightburn where each of these marks is in the camera view in numbered order. So be as accurate as you can be. You want to hit dead center and as close to dead center as you absolutely can on each of these marks. And you can zoom out to check that one's good. And again, be careful and take your time, because the more accurate you do this, the better your results are going to be when you are trying to use the camera. If you need to reposition a mark, if you're close to it already, double clicking near it will move that mark. And if you really mess up, you can just click undo last and it will remove the mark completely.
Oh, that's a lot better.
As good as I'm going to get. We move that one just a touch. When you're happy with your 4 marks, click next, click finish. If you go back now to the camera control view, so I have done the lens calibration, I've done the camera alignment. If I click update overlay, I now see an image from the camera projected onto the backdrop of my
Oh, that's much better.
Are accurate, or should be. If I click to jog and zoom in here to marker number 1 and move my laser head to there, you can see in this view the laser moved to that marker. If I look at my laser right now or take a picture of it, the laser head is exactly in the center of that mark.
Sweet.
So if I click
that is perfect. All right, Rich. I appreciate that. That worked out perfect.
That's as close as it's going to get, just because I've told it to snap 2 millimeters. I am going to take a picture of this right now to show you where my laser is pointing.
So now if I take this, I should be able to put this really close to that edge and still get this cut out.
So you'll be able to see it. Again, if I click one of the other targets, like number 3,
oh yeah. Yeah. Look how close that is.
To line up work on your machine. So if I have
That's perfect. I had no idea that that was there. Oh man, I was about to throw this away. Sweet. All right, now with that done, I was watching the Lightburn tutorial. Now if I zoom this out, I can hit update, and now. All right, so what should I use? What should I make to use up all this extra bases? I mean, I got all this scrap wood here from all my other overlays. I got to figure out something to make out of it. One bit or less. That's good. All right, so this is about 83, 84 by 120. All right, now. So I got a question now, though. Since I adjusted that, is that going to be saved every time I open that camera now? Let's see. And what are we going to design? About like a wooden nickel. I can make a whole bunch of wooden nickels for like business cards or little chips. Let's make this black. I think a good size for a wooden nickel would be what, 38 millimeters? Now Nick and I have been doing we've been doing the motorcycle rides, and I've been trying to get some Google reviews and things like that done, so I could hopefully monetize that and get people to pay us to go there and give them reviews. So let's see, maybe I can do some of these. Trace image. Well, that doesn't look good at all. See if AI can fix that. Guess I could do some small I don't know what I could do. Jewelry, maybe? You guys ever make any jewelry or anything? Earrings or pendants or anything? What was your other live about, Jack? What were you on there chatting about? I don't think AI is having a problem with that. Hummingbird Whirly Gig. Well, that sounds interesting. Is that just like one of the ones with all the little slats that twirls around? All right, I think AI has fixed this image for me. Simplified it quite a bit, but hey, it still looks good. Oh, okay, so let's put something on there. Shouldn't matter which way it goes, right? Nice. Rich, are you in the school community? If not, you should join so you can post some of those pictures. Be curious to see that. I'm gonna have to eventually upgrade my machine. I'm not sure if I want to go with an RF machine or a late or a. You know what? I should probably do one of these first before I do a whole sheet. Um, an RF or a CO2. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I need to do something for more production stuff type. I always like seeing pictures of other people's work though. Minute and a half. That's the kind of burn I like. Oop. Oop. Ah, not gonna quite get it. All right, so I'm not gonna move this. And when this is done, I'll just flip all these over and I'll put a QR code on the back. All right, so let's see. You guys ever use the built-in QR code generator? It should be edit. No, not Chrome. Edit. Tools. Create barcode. All right, let me just get my camera. Make sure that works. Goes to YouTube. Goes to motorcycle rides. We're good to go. Looking good so far. Think this is gonna be a good thing. Bear number 2. I like how the camera looks away. Like, no, don't show me that bear. Probably make some of these for the other channel, YouTube channel too. When I go to craft shows, I can give them out too. Be like Pogs. Remember Pogs back in the day? Ooh. Wow. So offset fill is good, and I like using it too, but sometimes if it's a smaller item, I've found that when it traces around and around and around, and by the time it gets to the center, it's got that V pattern, it burns a little too much for me on the smaller items. And sometimes it doesn't take, it takes about the same amount of time. So sometimes it doesn't save you time. What machine are you running? Falcon 2 22 watt. So I've got the Falcon 2 12 watt, and that's worked out well. I got it because I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, so you're running basically the same exact machine that I am, except you have the 22 watt opposed to the 12 watt. And I bought that machine because you should be able to just upgrade the laser module. Let me just check. Yeah. So you and I can both upgrade our Falcon 2 to 40 watt if you want. And actually, I just went to their website. The 40 watt module is only only. It's down to $500. I mean, it's still a lot for a module, but this longer is a 40 watt. But I've been having a lot of issues with the power supply. The Falcon 2, I've never had any issues with the power supply. So if I had a 40 watt on the Falcon 2, I'd probably be using that instead of this longer. But right now, I've got it hanging on my wall of retired lasers. I got the Algo, I got the Whizmaker, I've got the Creality Falcon. Oh, sweet. It's a solid machine. I really have never had any issues with that. I've had a lot of issues with this longer, but the longer is nice because it's bigger. But honestly, for that size footprint, for what I do and a lot of the videos that I do, I might almost just switch it out and see if I can get that larger module. Yeah, the 40 watt module. It's nice because with the longer and the 40 watt, I was able to cut 1/2 inch walnut, and it just sliced through it. I think it took two or three passes, but still, it was very nice. But yeah, the Falcon has always been very nice. But I think when I got that, I think it was a Black Friday sale, so I think it was a very inexpensive machine. Well, for the 12 watt. I don't know let me see, what's the 22 watt running? Oh, $500. I don't even see the 12 watt right now. It is a 12 watt that I have, right? Falcon 2, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is what I've got is the 12 watt. The only reason I really use this longer is they sent that to me for free because they saw how many videos I was making. They're like, here, take that. See, they don't really sell cedar pickets where I am though. They don't have an abundance of cedar pickets in Florida. The lumber yard that I go to Advantage Lumber up in Sarasota, and I could probably get cedar there, but not the pickets. It would be a block of cedar that I would have to resaw. How many passes does it take to cut through the cedar picket? Can you get through that in 2 passes? I'm so stoked that these all are lining up. I was gonna throw that piece of wood away. So 22 watt. Two passes. I don't. That's not bad at all. I'm just looking at Creality's website right now for the one you got. The only thing that I can say is you got to make sure the longer has an enclosed heat or air pump. But the Creality, it had one that where you had to take the top of that off and clean that little sponge out. If you go on Amazon, you can find replacement sponges. As long as you run that clean, you'll always get clean cuts. Well, I think this is almost finished. Yeah, I got a minute left. Well, I just realized I got to change my little inlay of this guy I got here. He's still set up for Christmas. Compressed air assist. Yeah, that could be good. And the other thing I've seen somebody do is underneath their honeycomb. Well, first in the honeycomb, there's people that make 3D printed little pieces that hold the wood just about that high above the honeycomb, which kind of defeats the purpose of the honeycomb. I guess it catches it when it falls. But another thing I've seen somebody do is instead of having the metal right underneath, they drop that down a little bit and then they put fans so it actually extracts the fumes straight through the honeycomb, and that gets you a clean cut on both sides. That air's not really even going through the hose. I'm gonna have to take this thing apart to see if there must be a filter in here somewhere that's getting clogged up. Because that is not, it's just a little bit of air. All right, we are a minute over on this cut. It's working on the last one here. Yeah, you can see they're still a little skewed, but it's a lot better than it was. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have any of those door hangers. Like the Legion asked me to make a whole bunch of those little centerpieces, the two-sided centerpieces, so I gave them the two door hangers that I made. Yeah, and those little centerpieces too, that had a lot of those little parts. They're a pain. But yeah, I can see how a downdraft table would pull those right through. I gotta start designing some bigger things. Like I said, I was telling my wife that I was thinking about getting either a CO2 or an RF laser. And if I do that, then I can definitely be making some thicker, larger pieces. I can still make the smaller stuff too. It'll just cut a lot quicker. And that was the problem with the stuff for the Legion. It just took so long to cut everything, gather all those small little pieces, and glue everything together. That super glue though, that CYA fix, that's some great. That's quick. There's no activator or anything like that. Gotta just be patient. It'll be done in a second. I don't know how many I did. What I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of these. Pretty good for a piece of wood I was gonna throw away. I really got to come up with some other ideas for things to use. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you that CA, the thin or medium, I think it's whatever the green bottle is. That's the one I use religiously, and I use it for everything. What? 110 degrees? That's nothing, man. That's a cold day. That's sweater weather. Oh, only 100. We've been getting rain. Just as I started this live, there's this huge crack of lightning and thunder, and I thought the power was going to go out. You missed all the annoyances and cussing and about ready to throw the camera in the trash because I couldn't get it on, but thankfully Rich showed me how to adjust it, so we are using up some of this scrap wood that I've got laying and I was going to toss out. Just making little wooden nickels with my other YouTube channel and QR codes to the playlist. We could leave these at some of the restaurants we go to. Well, all right, let's see how long this is going to take. Ooh, another 18 minutes. We'll start now then. What? What kind of AC? You going with a split system or portable? AC is exciting. I was excited when I got that portable AC. I just wish I had another vent in my wall to vent it out to. And actually, I need to drop a couple more power lines. Good old shaker unit. Nice. How big is your garage? one car, two car garage? (16 by 16). That's a decent size. Yeah, when I built the steel building, which is now really my wife's office, and that's divided into two rooms. So the building is 16, or it's 32 by 16. So it's two rooms that are 16 by 16. But they're finished rooms. It's not like a garage or a workshop. They're sheetrocked, insulated, and I put a split system in those. And I gotta stop this already because idiot me did not change my settings. Yeah, I mean, if you're putting a window unit in there, you kind of need the insulation. That's the thing too. I put that air conditioning unit in here, and my garage isn't insulated or anything. All right. Shoot, man, you got heat, you got AC. You're gonna definitely be able to hide from everybody out there. Guys on the live are calling you out. They said, turn around, they're stealing all your beer. Trendy items for Christmas. Well, when I figure it out, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I do not know. Let's see if one of these QR codes works. Nope. All right, so we're going to stop this right here. One, two, three. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this as a line. I feel like for Christmas, you could probably, like this, where there's little tiny things, you could probably do Christmas tags personalized for people, and they would eat that up. Like, tell them you'll do like 20 tags for, I don't know, 20 tags for each person in your family for X amount of dollars. I mean, that might be good. I know my wife had me do that last year. People love seeing their names on stuff, so you can do personalized ornaments. Ornaments have been really well for me. The door hangers are good. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at June right now, so I'm not thinking so far of that yet because got Thanksgiving and Halloween first before those two. Yeah, this must have shifted. Yeah, not just kids' sports ornaments, the odd kids' sports ornaments like ballet and archery and things like that. Those are definitely going to be something that people are looking for. Bowling, if you can capitalize on an odd sport that nobody else really has a lot of items in, that would probably be a good pair. And actually, if you can go to if you have a bowling alley near you, if you make some bowling equipment or ornaments or awards or things like that, yeah, yep, yeah, the back of the jerseys, name and number. I mean, there's already going to be a ton of people that are doing the football and soccer and all that, but if you can do more of the ones that are kind of off the cuff, like hockey and things like that, I think that would actually be a pretty decent mover. Or for like hockey too, you can make like a hockey puck display or something, maybe something that goes on their desk that looks like a hockey puck that's layered up with the player's name and number on it. Yeah, these are all a little off center. Yeah, I should just wrote it out instead of putting a QR code. I'm gonna get my old-fashioned wood eraser out. Yeah, volleyball. And the other thing you got to think about too is another great thing would be, come here, you. Ah, what's going on here? There's my thing. Supposed to be tracking. Here you go. Look at my face. Yeah, all right. The other good thing to think about would be coaches. You can find coaches gifts because it's not just the parents that are looking for the kids. The parents also need the gifts for the coaches. Yeah, that one's not working either. All right, time to erase these two. Gone. So let's see. wonder if this one's gonna. Gotta be patient. Give it a minute. It'll be done. That's the problem. I don't want to be patient. All right, a little off centered, but still a QR code. And it scans. I wonder if this one's gonna scan. All right. Again, a little off-centered, but still good. There's bone tree ornaments. Yeah, that is true. All right, guys. I think that might be it for me tonight. Be live again in another 2 weeks. I'll come up with another design. Hopefully something else I can use out of this scrap wood. Maybe I'll come up with a couple of Christmas designs too for you. But until then, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will see you next time.